Hello and welcome back to Comic Studio, and where today let's try something very stupid as well. And yes, we have been checked out for this Whiteboard Funny Comic Studio. Even that it is that the one that I just recorded around late at night since the rain has just passed a little bit for just pretty far as well because sometimes I just recorded around late midnight before the early dawn as well that I just try to do it as well. So I might gonna be making start of those things as well, but I'm just not gonna be doing this because it's just like in the last video we just made traffic anyways and we didn't have any drafts as well. So let's just go on to take a look one of those characters, but unfortunately these are probably drawings or possibly as well. So you can turn up for some sort of like those things, the dark mode as well, that we pretty absolutely try to do this. So sometimes that is should be for some kind of for some sort of the Battle for Dream Island reference, the Pizza Tower reference, and Danico drawings probably as well. And as you might see this for submitted sprites, but it seems they don't have any submitted sprites anyways, and especially for the last video as well. So we managed to use the studio crossovers, and we're gonna be started around here. So here are the 5 characters: our Greeny Boil, our Greeny Boy, Jelly, SR64, and the blue guy. No VHS things have just absolutely been shown up for around here, so hopefully we're gonna be started with the green boy. But unfortunately, some sort of like those things isn't pretty light for accurate as well. I don't really think this isn't going to be for teenagers as well, so I hopefully this should be for older teenagers only, but probably for age of 16 to view of this comic studio. Next we got Jelly, and it was the reference from, I don't really know what it is. It was not from Sonic knockoff as well, or some kind of for something as I don't really think this isn't going to be for just like independent Danicol drawings for a little bit or something as well. So, but not pretty yes as well for some sort of Sonic reference as well. So this should be for the SR64 and should be the reference of the noise as well. But I'm probably very sure this should be the Nintendo 64 version of the SR64. And moving on to the next one, that could be Blue Guy over here. The Blue Guy is probably, I think this isn't going to be recommended that exists as well for probably Lightyear to do so as well. So I'm probably not sure. It wasn't going to be from anything for it was, but don't mention to know about for some sort of this, as we probably going to guess for around here. So thankfully, let's move on to some props or some kind of the items as well. So this is absolutely for the basic map, for just a little bit for some kind of one of those things as well. And finally, some kind of unknown thing as hell. There are no some kind of a little bit for this thing as well. There are no effects available except for backgrounds that we just eventually got for around here. So it only has 3 more, and this is one for the character crossovers. And where am I able to be putting for some characters over here? But I guess I gotta be putting for some sort of this as well, and this is going to be pretty ugly as hell, and really ugly, and that I just not gonna be going to probably what we think. So I should put the SR64 over here and pretend it was a flush, or like this as well. I'm probably sure it was a plush. That is probably, I'm not gonna be guessing why. I don't really think this isn't going to be enough for me as well, so I'll be trying to be right back even later on, and before it's absolutely taking for several hours later We totally added Cookie Run characters, but it's been a while that I just slept here for over 8 hours, and I just no idea that we just eventually added one of those characters as well. And especially that is absolutely for one character from Friday Night Funkin' as well. So nothing is started around here that we possibly did. Because we just eventually added around those two characters from Battle for Dream Island, which is ridiculously weird. We added for some sort of two characters, like just absolutely Golf Ball and Bubbly, or the Bubble thing as well. For something I was pretty wanted to do so as well. And probably for that I just absolutely added around for most Cookie Run characters that I just added for something as well, because we just eventually added lemon cookie, cinnamon cookie, and for such as closer into the screen, there must be skater cookie, cheesecake cookie, and the cookie droid. There must be for a popcorn cookie around on site. These characters that we just recently added for something that we're just pretty add Greeny Boy and the SR64 over here. But so the golf ball, I'm probably sure that Cream Puff and Walnut Cookie was chased by Golf Ball instead of Daddy Dearest. And finally, there's Bubble, who wasn't cared about for this thing as well. Now, who knows that Princess Cookie doesn't care about Bubble. Nothing especially about Mint Choco Cookie. So, probably that will be it. As some sort of crazy. And if I'm not gonna be very sure, don't ever mention for this comments below. And a lot of reasons why that we try to do this, like anytime as well, for around here. So that I might gonna be end of this video really fast as well. That it is possible to be end of this video, like probably to do so, as that we're really able to be careful around itself. So if you would like to check it out of this comic studio, and make sure that the link is gonna be in the description below. And you have to be for some sort of an age of 13 years and up to view of this comic studio. And also the most recommendation is the main website. The main website is going to be at the description included. So thanks for watching, for all your support, and it has been for around, for most likely about for 10 minutes as well, that we just probably came to do this. Like anyways, I'll be signing off, and I'll talk to you mini lads and comic studio users all later for you viewers.